day 43. We are 2 days away from day 45. Not that anything special is ever going to happen on day 45, but like I said, it's the milestone. Super interesting deal this morning. I woke up and on my Snapchat memories, there was a very, very cute video of her like skating into my arms. And, you know, I literally verbally told myself, like, I don't even care. Like, the video in and of itself didn't make me sad. The fact that it didn't make me sad made me sad. You know, it's weird like that. And I think that's like not even the fear of loss, it's the sadness of loss. The video literally didn't affect me in any way emotionally at all. I didn't even care. Like, it didn't make me miss her or anything like that. But it was like a, you know, it sucks that I don't feel anything anymore. Which in all reality is actually a good thing that I saw that and didn't feel anything. But it's the idea that I know that I'm actually truthfully, genuinely starting to move on. Which means I know that her window is getting closer and closer and closer to being shut. So, you know, but, you know, I've also read a lot that in order for things to actually work out a second time, if they're ever to happen, you need to fully like let go and live your own life and then restart a relationship from anew again. So, you know, from that perspective, it's a good thing. But I don't know, you know. And then I thought more about it, the whole video, and it honestly just made me upset because I came to find out that she went to the ice rink with her ex-boyfriend that was always a problem, and they took a picture there. And you know what? That entire date was just her reliving that with him. And like, then I just got pissed off because it's like, dude, this is so fucking stupid. The fact that I have been sad about this for, you know, probably 36 out of these 42 days, 37, is just like unbelievably unfair to myself. And the fact that she fucking did this to me is just beyond fucked up. And I don't know, I feel, and, you know, I'll still get these like creep ups once in a while of like, should I send her those Christmas presents I bought her back in like late November, mid-November? Should I do it? Like, should I mail it to him? Should I just drop him off at doorstep? And it's like, every time something like this shit happens, it's like, fuck no. Why in the fuck? Like, think about this logically. Why in the fuck would you give Christmas presents to someone who threw you to the fucking wolves, who moved out with you, who has no fucking attraction to you, and doesn't give a shit about how you're feeling because she's a narcissist and only cares about herself? Why in the flying fuck would you ever send her a present? Ever. You don't. You just don't. So I have to kind of talk myself off that ledge every once in a while, but I guess that's just part of it, you know. Trying to get rid of those get her back thoughts, and really those haven't shown their head lately. It's more of a thought of like, just grow up and find something to occupy yourself, find some goals and missions and dreams in life and strive toward those. Yeah. Yesterday I said it was going to be a depressing day. It really like wasn't that bad, actually, surprisingly. It was pretty casual. I mean, the mornings suck. The mornings typically always suck because what else do you have to think of but fucking her, right? When you're waking up in an empty apartment where you're sleeping on the couch that she used to lay on all the time. But I digress. But once you kind of get going, especially after the workout, it kind of feels a lot better. I know there's something with like chemicals and stuff that activate in your brain or something. working out, so that makes it a lot better too. And then a couple other notes. I went and bought a guitar, acoustic guitar. I've always loved acoustic guitar music and songs, so I went and bought an acoustic guitar, and I'm going to see if I can teach myself how to play. And it just goes along the lines of like personal development, hobbies, and things like that. And I think down the road, when I do eventually meet the woman of my dreams, because she was not it, that's going to be a really good thing to like have in my back pocket. Knowing how to play guitar. You can play like a love ballad or whatever. So there's that too. And then I ordered a couple books about relationships and love languages and all those kind of things. So I hope I haven't read a book in probably like a decade in all honesty. I hope I have the self-discipline, there you go, to follow through and read these books, because I think it'd be very, 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 very beneficial to me and my personal development. And the whole guitar thing, we'll see. I think it might be fun, but I don't know. It might also make me mad and make me chuck it against the wall, but probably not. So I don't know. We'll see. Just trying to find new hobbies, rediscover myself, and all that kind of thing. It's just the one shitty part about all this is that everything just feels so monotonous. I've been doing the same thing for the past month now, like the exact same routine. Wake up, go work out, go to work, come home, maybe go hang out with a friend, and go to bed. It's been the same thing every night, and that part of it sucks. But I also saw a video today that said, you're the only one who, being happy is actually a conscious decision, because you have the ability to tie positive or negative emotions to your current circumstances. And now some of that is a little bit of fodder, because for Christ's sake, if like your parent dies, like you don't really have a choice to be. There's no way a guy can logically be happy about that. But in 90% of cases, it's true. And I'm here in day 43 now, I think, and it's like you have the choice of whether or not to move on or sulk. You have the choice of whether or not to be sad and cry about it. You have the choice whether or not to go out and try to meet new women. And you have the choice of whether or not to look at it for what it is and learn from it what you can and move on. And like that's all a choice that you can make. So I guess from that perspective, I've been trying to move on and these things. Now there's a little part of me that can't quite get there fully yet, which is I'm gonna give myself a little bit of slack. It's still not totally surprising. You dated the girl for a year, you've been broken up for a month and a half, so it's gonna take a little bit. I hope to God by the end of like 90 days, which is my benchmark number for this video series deal, that if I can get to 90 days, then I'll kind of recap everything and my experiences and probably record just like a 20 to 30 minute video of how everything went. Maybe with highlights even, who knows. But this has also been a fun little project for me to do as this whole deal has gone through, because these raw emotions, you only feel a handful of times a year with breakups, or not a year, a life. You only feel these a couple times in your life, and it's good to refer to them maybe even as you get older. If YouTube's still a thing when we're 80, I can go back and look at some of these things, and I've mentioned it before, like on my wedding day, I can go back and look through all the bullshit that I went through with all these asshole people that changed me for the better, made me a better person, and created the man that was good enough to find a woman that deserves it. So, all that being said, I kind of rambled. I didn't expect this to be a 10-minute video, but I feel like when things are going, you just let them flow. So that's what I did. We'll see. I might be going on a vacation here at the end of December, just something to do. So we'll see how that goes. And outside of that, we will 43.